I'm Ashley.
I'm Sadie.
I forgot we don't have the other Ashley to
Yeah.
start. My bad.
Oh my gosh. So this is going to be another wonderful squirrel podcast because it's me and Nelson today. I'm just swapping Ashleys at this point in my life.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, yeah, so it'll be good. Follow along, and it's going to be high energy because, per usual, we are cracked out on all the caffeine, and it's fine. It's fantastic. It's good.
And it's a beautiful day, so it puts everybody in a good mood.
It
I
is.
came in like a raging squirrel, so, I mean, we're both ready. We are ready.
Yes. We were talking before we started recording, like, just the fact, like, when it's nice weather and, like, in the Midwest, it's either, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's either hot and, like, muggy, or it's, like, a cold hot, and it's just, you get, like, 3 days out of the year, which is pristine. And I feel like today is one of those pristine days.
It is going to get hot, though. It's
I think
supposed to get up to
afternoon.
80s.
Oh,
but, I mean, right now,
I take
though,
back
when
what
I
I
walked
said.
in, it was beautiful.
So we've got all of, like, 37.6 minutes of perfect weather then.
Yeah, of being inside.
And we're going to spend it in the basement recording a podcast. So you're welcome, everyone. You're welcome.
But it's going to be a good one.
It is, yes. So today we're going to do kind of part 2 of what Duncan and I talked on last week. So last week, if you missed it or you haven't listened to it yet or you're jumping ahead, that's totally fine. Duncan and I talked on testosterone, a little bit of like women's hormones, and more of like the medical prescription route, which, you know, some people are okay with, some people are kind of hesitant with, especially talk about kind of women and testosterone, some like the negative stigmas that people have. So hopefully you guys listened to that one and it's opened your eyes a little bit and hopefully taken some of those like negative stigmas away, and made you feel less weird about thinking, hey, this is something I might benefit from even as a woman. But today, we're going to go a little bit on the other end. We're still going to talk about hormones and testosterone. But Nelson has decided to do more of I don't want to say all natural, because obviously testosterone is a natural hormone producing. Over the counter, that type of stuff.
You can get off of like Amazon or,
yes.
I mean, there's a product that I got off of TikTok, because I am kind of a TikTok junkie at this point. Just something where you don't have to have a prescription for, essentially.
Yeah, a non-prescription, but still beneficial route that you could take and maybe just kind of see if this is something that you even feel like you would benefit from. And then maybe, you know, down the road, if these are stuff that's helping you, or you get to a point where like, hey, I might actually want to take the next step, might be just a kind of a good sign and a good idea that you might actually eventually benefit from more of like a practitioner side of things.
Kind of like a stepping stone,
yeah.
I would say. Like something smaller to start off with until you become a little bit more comfortable on all the knowledge that's been given to you guys as far as testosterone goes. You know, it is scary. You have this negative stigma against it. You know, you hear all these things. If you take too much testosterone, you're going to end up getting a larger clit.
Girl mustache.
Yes.
Voice
gyno
job,
and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, if you take too much testosterone, it will happen, but you got to find that healthy balance to where it's the smallest dosage you can take, and if it works, it works. If you need to up it, you up it. That's why you talk to your doctor about these things.
Yeah. And with that, too, before we get going, we don't, like I said, we don't have lovely baby Dr. Duncan with us, but our disclaimer. Wow, words are hard. But yeah, as always, you know, like we said in the last one we do every time we talk about stuff like this, this is just like our experience, our opinions, stuff that we've kind of seen through life, stuff like that. It's by no means like actual medical advice, like we're not telling you what to do or anything like that. Like we always say, you know, make sure that you are speaking with a physician or a provider or someone that's got a few more letters behind their name than we do about some of this stuff. Like I said, this is just kind of our opinions and our experiences. You guys can take it, leave it, or, you know, whatever. But it's just kind of a conversation on some of this stuff to maybe give you guys some ideas without actually, obviously, telling you guys what to do.
Yeah. And just kind of, like, what to look for. You know, nobody knows where to really start.
Yeah, especially, like, you know, like, again, we talked in the last episode, women and testosterone and hormones were always, you know, women always talk about, oh, we're so hormonal, but we don't really understand what that means sometimes. Yeah. Or what are signs to look out for, or what are things that we can fix, because you don't you don't have to live like that. You know, you don't have to feel crazy or low libido or brain fog, memory loss, all of these things. Like, you don't have to have that life. It doesn't matter whether you're 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, you know. If you live the right lifestyle and a healthy lifestyle, age is just a number, and it doesn't have to be the downfall of your lifestyle.
Yeah. Like when people say, oh, welcome to your 30s, like you guys were saying during your guys' episode. Life stops when you stop. Mm-hmm. Is the way that I look at it. So if you stop, yeah, you're going to feed into that stigma. Mm-hmm. Life doesn't have to stop. You continue to go. You continue to grow emotionally, mentally, physically.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Because you utilize your body every single day. Whether it's lifting something from the ground or getting something from the top shelf or lifting your kids, your grandkids. Mm-hmm. You're utilizing those muscles.
Yeah.
And you want to continue to be able to do that.
Yes. And not be like debilitating or injury or, you know, break a hip and that's all she wrote type of situation. You guys did talk
about that. Yeah, once you break a hip, I mean, you're down.
Yeah. That can be a life-altering thing. And if, you know, you can take some of these steps to kind of prevent that or just, again, have a better quality of life, I think, in my opinion, it's worth it. So with that being said, like we said, you kind of went more of the, like, non-provider route. So what are kind of some, like, things that you weighed and what made you kind of go that direction rather than I'm going to go labs, physician, prescription, that route?
I think the biggest thing is going to come down to cost for me because I'm not rich by all means. We own a gym, you know, a lot of our money goes into that, and a lot of people don't have the funds for that because, like you guys said in the last episode, the insurance companies really aren't going to pay for a whole lot of that, you know, and there are other routes that you can take as opposed to going into a physician and actually getting your labs done and whatnot, which you should get labs done at some point in time, especially if you're on anything. I mean, I don't get my labs done at all. I probably should, but I don't because I don't have the funds to. And I literally don't have the time either. And truth be told, I don't like going to the doctor's office. It's uncomfortable for me. I don't like it. So that's typically the reason why I took that route. And you guys have mentioned quite a bit on the last episode on brain fog.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me, and I recommend this, and I can't stress this enough, and this doesn't have to do with any, like, kind of hormonal stuff. Creatine. I preach creatine. If there's one supplement that everybody needs and should be on, it is creatine.
There's lots of, like, actual legitimate studies to back that as well.
And
like,
I have that.
Yeah, like that is like you said, definitely like the number one, like, actual proven. And I think at some point we're gonna do an episode on supplements, like supplement 101s, what you need, what's kind of overrated, what you can take or leave it, that type of stuff, kind of what we take, etc. But yeah, I agree, especially if you are someone that doesn't have red meat or a lot of red meat in their diet, which the majority of women really don't. And your older population, stuff like that. It's hugely beneficial. I'm kind of, excuse me, pot calling the kettle black because I don't take creatine. But I have a decent amount of red meat consistently in my diet. So I feel okay. It's probably, like I said, I mean, I'm sure if I did take it, I absolutely would probably benefit from it. But that's for me just kind of personal choice. I have red meat, so, and a decent amount, a lot actually.
Right.
So I don't, but yeah, that's a really good one, and it's really inexpensive. Like, creatine is, for good quality creatine, is really inexpensive.
I can't remember how much we sell it for because I have so many numbers rolling through my head right now.
I mean, honestly, like, the time that sorry, per usual, my phone is just gonna do its thing. Even on silent, I don't understand. Anyway, the few times that I've gotten it, and again, I'm getting, like, quality, decent stuff. I'm not saying the stuff at Walmart's not ideal. If that's what you can get, that's what you can get. But obviously do more of a trusted source, you know. Or, like, if we can, like, you guys sell really high quality stuff at your gym. Or even if they don't order it from you, you can talk to them and say, hey, what are some good brands that you would recommend?
Yeah.
If you can find something like that, obviously that's kind of what we recommend. But Anyway, I think the few times I've got it, man, it's only between $20 and $30, and that's usually like 90 to 120 servings. Like it's a very, very inexpensive, extremely beneficial supplement for sure.
And I'm living proof of that. If you know me, my memory, utter shit. Utter shit. My mom, my dad, my husband, they made severe fun of me for it. I never remembered anything. And usually I only took like half a scoop of creatine after I worked out, mixed it in with my protein shake. And for the last like month or so, I've been taking a full scoop. My memory, I remember everything. I'm not
like
kidding.
A freaking elephant.
Everything.
Yeah.
I don't forget shit.
Good.
And I think creatine is just phenomenal for anybody. It's going to improve your brain function, reduce fatigue and tiredness. It could help lower your blood sugar levels and fight diabetes. It may help with Parkinson's disease and possibly fight other neurological disorders. Along with that, it's going to support other functions in muscles, help muscle cells produce more energy, speeds up muscle growth, improves high-intensity performance, and also increases your ATB, which is your adenosine triphosphate. If you take 3 to 5 milligrams of that a day, or grams, 3 to 5 grams of that a day, it's going to help you so much neurologically. I mean, along with increasing muscle mass.
Yeah.
Just a little bit quicker. I mean, it's not going to...
It's by no means steroids, but...
Yeah, it's not going to be...
Yeah. It's
injecting anything.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, I guess you could probably snort lines of creatine. Don't do that. Don't snort lines of creatine.
I mean, if you do, let me know how that goes. Goodness.
Oh my god, that sounds awful. Have you ever dry scooped pre-workout?
Sure have.
Oh, it's like, dude, it hits like a brick wall. But wow.
Yeah.
It is. It is an experience. Don't recommend dry scooping pre-workout. But for those of you that don't care about warnings and labels, if you do it, what I have found and what worked for me is you literally like have like your little shot of water, you dump it in your mouth, dump the water in your mouth. Yeah, immediately. And then sit there and I just shake my whole head like a dog in water, just like get it all and then swallow it really quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of like the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah.
Oh. The dry scoop of cinnamon? Oh, yeah, no, that's...
awful.
Yeah, or trying to eat, what is it, 7 crackers without any water? Is it 7?
The saltines are,
I think it's 7.
Powdered donuts ones too. Like it's a powdered donut challenge.
I haven't done that one. See,
you have to like, I think it's like eat like a whole like bag of powdered donuts or like something like that. Like the little circle ones.
Little mini ones.
Without drinking anything or like wiping your face or hands. Can't do it, man. It's
that sounds like a challenge. I feel like I can do that.
I don't know if I could eat a whole. I don't know if I could eat a whole bag of those though.
Oh, I could.
I would literally probably go into like a sugar coma.
Probably.
I would be unwell.
But it'd be worth it though. It'd be worth it.
Anyway, circling back, don't snort creatine, but do drink creatine.
If you do snort it, let us know. Let us know how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm really genuinely curious.
Do you have a certain time frame that you guys recommend, or do you like take it at a certain time, or does it really matter? Because some people get so caught up in like the pre-workout, post-workout, every morning, every night. Like,
no, I mean, I try to train right away in the morning when I can. I have my early bird clients at 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, so on and so forth. So whenever I have time to work out, it doesn't have to be every 24 hours on the fucking dot. Just, I drink my protein along with my creatine right after I work out, along with my post-workout meal.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when you take it.
Not end of the world. And I think that's one of those things where it's like, you might get like a 1 or 2%, and this is just random numbers, whatever, benefit. But for the majority of people, like, they're not looking for that 1 or 2% edge. They're just looking for a general overall well-being. So, like if it's something that you feel good doing in the morning or at night or whatever, it literally doesn't taste like
just
anything.
Whatever.
It's there's no consistency. It's just like a powder you add to your water, and it literally tastes like nothing. Like it doesn't, and it's not gritty.
There are flavored ones though.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, Rule 1 has. So we sell Rule 1, but they do have flavored ones. I know that, but I can't speak on any other company. I'm not really for sure. But we sell the unflavored ones because it goes really well with your protein.
And the monohydrate.
Yep.
That's the one you want to look for, is the monohydrate.
Creatine monohydrate.
Because the other one, I can't remember the name of it, but that one does get kind of expensive. And honestly, like, the studies have shown, like, it's not, in my opinion, not really worth it. Like, I think the monohydrates, that's, like, just the industry standard. Yeah. So that's what I would go for that. And, yeah, maybe see if that helps a little bit. So
yeah, I would honestly recommend it for sure. Mm-hmm. But as far as hormones go, I have been taking a capsule pill that I heard highly recommended. You can get it off of Amazon. It's from Unaltered. It's a hormone balancer. You take 2 pills every day. With food, obviously. Always take your pills with food. If you are planning a sexual activity, you take 3 of them 30 minutes prior to that. And have I tried that? Of course I have.
Plan your sex dates, ladies.
Let's just say it's a raging river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt like you genuinely noticed with the 3 beforehand.
Yeah.
Generally noticed, like, you did feel like it made a difference, made an
Correct.
improvement. Okay.
Yes. And obviously my husband didn't realize I was planning a sexual encounter until I pounced on him.
A sexual encounter.
Yes. Because I wanted to have the knowledge behind it, you know, and I wanted to be able to tell people my experiences.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I can always take a photo of the bottle, and we can link it along with this episode header.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can get it off of Amazon. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was inexpensive. It wasn't terrible.
So what were some of the things that you were feeling, though? We talked about a little bit about the brain fog, and kind of hit on that. But what were some other things that, like, you were feeling that you're like, hey, like, this might be something that I feel like I'm going to try, I'm going to, benefit from? Like, what were you feeling prior to, and then what do you feel like you've noticed after with taking those?
Well, with these, obviously my female drive has come back. Because, I mean, as women...
So she's busy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
A lot of times I just didn't want to. And, I mean, like Ashley said in the episode, it becomes a chore.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And
it's like, you kind of have to force yourself into doing something like that. And you shouldn't have to do that. Right. You know? So, I mean, along with these pills, I usually just do the 2 capsules a day. Around the noon time, I would say. And, I mean, I don't even have to plan anything anymore to take 30 minutes prior to that.
Yeah, you just feel good every day.
My mood has enhanced. I mean, the weather has a lot to do with the mood as well, obviously.
Yeah.
Mood can change a person. And I'm such a gloom and doom type person. Yeah. That sometimes I need that vitamin D.
Yeah, a little bit of wink, wink.
And vitamin D, you guys know what I mean. A little bit of both. The sun and, we'll keep this a little PG-13. And it just increases the drive and supports your hormonal balance. You know, I feel very balanced with it. I don't think I've ever really had, like, mood swings or anything while I'm, like, on my period or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but the biggest thing is I see myself every day.
Yeah.
I know how I am, but it's like, if you were to notice something change within me, I wouldn't notice it like you would.
Yeah.
You know,
so it's kind of like with weight loss. Like, everyone else is going to notice way before you do, because, like you said, you see yourself every day, you're with yourself every day, and it's like all of a sudden... One day you're like, it clicks and you're like, oh, I guess I have been feeling better.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So it's kind of like that. Like, take prep, for example. I don't think I'm that bad during prep. I don't think I get moody. I'm tired, obviously.
Yeah.
But from another person's point of view...
They notice the change in...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that in a way. I don't know if I was ever moody. I don't feel like I was ever moody. If I was, I apologize. But I have noticed that my mood is a lot better.
Yeah,
I feel
better.
more awake, alive. Or, as corny as that sounds.
Yeah, like that's what we were talking about, last week too. It's like all of a sudden that veil is like lifted, and you feel good again. You feel vibrant. You feel like yourself, like you're supposed to. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously you're human. Like, you're gonna have ups and downs, like everyone does, But for the most part, yeah. But for the most part, yeah, you just feel good. Like you're just, this is what I'm supposed to feel like. Mm-hmm. Did you notice anything like with your sleep or anything like that, like benefits with that, or do you feel like you're sleeping better, longer, harder?
That I haven't noticed anything, just because Chris has been waking up here and there to go to the bathroom. So when he wakes up, I wake up.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, these last couple nights I have had really good night's sleep, but I don't know if it has been from the capsules or not. Yeah. That I'm not really for sure on that one. So I don't want to talk on that one about these capsules.
Yeah. But overall, kind of a lot better and just...
Yes. And nice. There's a couple other options that I am wanting to try out just to see what else is out there. You know, I'm always willing to try new things. Mm-hmm. So I'm almost done with this bottle. So
how long does a bottle last? Is it like a 30, 60, 90? Depends on if you take 2 or 3 capsules.
Yeah, it's going to differ, really. I think there's 120 capsules in there.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
So, roughly 2 months if you're taking 2 a day. Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad either. I think it's 120. Mine perceives me. That was before I started taking a full scoop of creatine.
That was before creatine.
Yeah, creatine is now life, guys. My Lanta. It's... Seriously. Take your creatine.
Okay, so you started those. What else have you been doing, or do you feel like has helped improve all of your stuff?
I am so excited for this one. I am so excited. Okay. Ladies. Doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend, husband, a fling, an F-buddy. Doesn't matter. And I haven't even told you about this.
Oh, I'm excited now.
Uh-huh. This might probably will benefit you because you have a husband, right? You guys have sexual encounters.
That literally, like, every time you say that, all I can think of is, like Animal Planet.
Oh.
Like some kind of, like, animal encounter.
Well, I mean, we are mammals, so if you have
have sexual encounters.
Yes, sexual encounters. And your man nuts inside of you, it throws off your pH balance.
Oh,
okay?
Man.
So, when your pH balance is thrown off, guess what happens? You have an odor down there. Mm-hmm. I had issues with this. I'm sure every single woman has issues with this at one point in time in their lives.
Yeah, especially like that, just, not to sound crude, but just like that post-sex smell. Like, you can tell, like...
Yes.
We've had sex. Like,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you have an odor, it makes you so aware. Like, are other people smelling that? Or if you go get a wax, or recently we've been getting laser, or I've been getting lasered, you've been getting...
I just do my face.
Face, yeah. So I'm getting lasered down there. Was she able to smell it? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there's other people other than your husband down there.
Even if you're, like you said, like, you're a very clean person. It's not like you're not showering and washing every day. But, like, you said, like, if you have sex, like, you just usually have, like, that post-sex smell.
Yes. And technically speaking, a penis is not supposed to be in a vagina. It doesn't belong there. It's not your body part. So, you're going to have an odor down there.
It belongs there for 5 to 9 minutes.
Yeah. And some of you, if you can last an hour, you are a god.
That sounds
too old for that.
That sounds exhausting.
Do you remember way back in the day when, like, teenagers be like, I last all night?
I got time for that, dude. I don't gotta sleep. I have a to-do list tomorrow.
Did you ever hear kids say that, though? Like teenage boys?
It makes me laugh, 'cause I'm like, first of all, my man, no. No, you didn't.
Oh, my God.
No, you didn't. But that's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
If you last all day or all night, I mean, I feel sorry for the woman. Holy cow.
The kid, like, that just...
Like, did she just starfish out and just fall asleep? Because I would. Like, you do your thing, but I'm going to sleep. Just go ahead. Fine. Whatever.
I got shit to do. What are we doing?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, that was a sidebar.
Are you done?
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway.
So
5 to 9 minutes, it belongs there.
Yes. So, there's this great product that I have been religiously taking a day. You take 2 gummies a day around about the same time. So I take all my vitamins, all my pills at about the noon lunch hour.
Yeah.
And these are gummies. They are women's probiotic slippery elm. And they're by leefar, Leefar. You can find it on TikTok. For those of you that don't have TikTok, I would recommend getting TikTok just for this purpose. I'm not kidding you.
You and your TikTok shop.
I'm bad. So this is going to help with odor control, your pH balance, moisture down there. And I'm sorry, some of you guys don't like the word moist, but that's the only way I can get around to say this.
It's not my favorite word.
No, I know. I don't mind it. I don't give a shit. Yeast balance and a healthy flora.
Healthy flora.
Yes. To put it in a woman's terminology. This product is incredible. As soon as I started taking it, it takes a couple weeks for it to really take effect and take it consistently every single day.
I think that's with anything that we take. I think like as society today, people want to take something, they want like instant right now results, whether it's weight loss, taking a pill. It doesn't matter.
It's not going to happen.
We're such a right now society that we're sometimes not willing to let things take effect and give them time to do what they're supposed to do. And a lot of these things, especially the more like over the counter or organic natural remedies and stuff like that, they do take some time, and one, just to let your system build up or to clear out whatever's wrong, so yeah, just everything, like, give it some time. Don't expect instant results. Like,
consistency is key. Yes. You have to be consistent at that one thing. It's just like building muscle, guys. You gotta stay consistent. Go to the gym at a consistent rate, whether it's 5 days a week or 7 days a week. You gotta stay consistent. Even with these gummies, for example, you gotta be consistent about it.
Yeah.
2 of them once a day. Your odor control is gone.
Nice.
Gone.
Well, and I think too, like, even, whether you're like sexually active or not, some girls I do think just struggle with that. Regardless, if they are, like you said, super clean, they're showering all the time, they're washing themselves.
You're still going to have an odor down there.
Yes,
because technically speaking, you're not supposed to body wash that area, because not only are you taking away the bad bacteria, you're also taking away the good bacteria as well. So that's going to cause an odor all on its own, even if you're not sexually active.
Yeah, or like you're like hot and sweaty, and are you doing stuff, or depending on your activity and all, like or what kind of underwear you're wearing. Like, there's so many things that go into that factor and like you said, like, I think a lot of women are afraid to like open up and like seek help about it, because like they're embarrassed about it, or they think
it's embarrassing,
or they think it makes them like gross or all this other stuff. And it's like, like, if you're not washing your bits, okay, that is gross. I'm gonna call you out. Wash your bits. Like,
even if you're not supposed to, I tried.
Just wash
I tried once. I just let the water and soap run down.
Yeah.
I dried off, and I'm like, it's a self-conscious thing.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't like get up in there. I got right back in the shower.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's absolutely no way I can't wash my lady bits. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So like you said, obviously, like, make sure you're practicing good hygiene, stuff like that. But again, that is an issue for a lot of women, and I've seen a lot of stuff that's like, I don't know, more like, I'm not sure, I can't think of the right word. Like synthetic, or just like filled with like just kind of not awesome ingredients and fillers and stuff like that. That's supposed to help with like an odor. And so it's just like, me personally, like, if I can get more of like an organic, even like my deodorant, like, I would like a cleaner deodorant. So I think that's would be an awesome like alternative for people that are kind of have that viewpoint where like, yeah, I might be struggling with a little bit of like, even if no one else notices it, you notice it, or it might not even be as bad as you think it is. But like you said, it's a very self-conscious thing,
It really is, because if you can smell yourself, other people can smell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like stinky armpits.
Yes.
Which I currently have. I'm so sorry. I put my arms in the air.
I did too. Well, it's a good thing I can't smell very well anyway. It's allergy season. It's fun.
Yay. But no, I think it would be a really, really nice, like, for someone that's looking for something that's filled with less ick, and that actually is going to make a positive difference, and not a band-aid. It's actually helping, resolve whatever is causing that odor.
Yes.
Like, that's
whether
not...
it's a yeast infection or discharge. I mean, women, sorry, if you don't have discharge, you're an alien. You're not human.
Yeah.
Every woman has discharge.
Yes.
And discharge is disgusting. It smells.
It's not awesome.
This product controls that.
Helps it a little bit, yeah.
Yes. And that's another thing I actually have noticed. I don't have discharge.
Less of, like, the discharge shit.
Well, I just realized that.
That, like, a lot of times, too, it depends on where you're at and, like, and your, like, your cycle and your hormones and stuff like that. Like, not trying to be, like, graphic. But, again, I think there's a lot of stuff that people don't talk about, that women have questions about, or they feel like they're the alone or the only ones. You know, we're trying to help you guys not feel like that, and, like, you are normal. It is. Yeah, it's not the most awesome thing, but it doesn't make you gross. It doesn't make, like, something's not wrong with you. Like, that is totally normal.
It is a womanly function.
Yes.
Everybody goes through it. It's just, are they willing to talk about it?
Yes, and obviously there are signs and symptoms that you have something more going on if it's not regular. You know, like you guys, as a woman, sorry guys, for any guys listening, this is just... You're gonna learn things today.
Yep. You're welcome.
But it's like, you know, if you have like the weird like discoloring, or it is like a really like bad odor, if you got like something like the itching, the burning, stuff like that, like your classic, like, hey, I got something else going on. Obviously, go in and get checked out, you know, because you might actually have something else going on. But
like a UTI could be coming on or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Lady bits is a disgusting area.
Look, balls aren't great either. So all the guys out there, trust me, man, they're also not awesome.
But they also don't like spew out discharge and shit like that.
Yes.
Like,
that's don't say spew. Don't say.
I mean, it does. It does. I'm a graphic person. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, ladies, like we said, that is very normal, and it does happen depending on where you're at in your cycle and stuff like that, and it's a bodily function. And a lot of times, you know, it's you know, it's supposed to help kind of lubricate things so that you can literally make a baby. Like that's its purpose, you know. So whether, you know, going shopping in Walmart and you have someone like, look, I'm not trying to make a baby right now, but your body's a body. It doesn't know that. It's like, hey, this is happening. Yeah, and you're like, so walk around with my pee-pee pants.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, so again, circling kind of back like that, I think that would be nice to like kind of help a little bit, like control that and maybe like awesome. Lessen it a little bit, especially for like the people that don't wear underwear, or they wear like lighter pants, or like
because I don't
lighter
wear underwear.
Material, stuff like that. Yeah, so like for you, like that's again not like trying to be TMI, but no, it's like one less
TMI.
Yeah, like that's one less like layer of protection. And again, there are a lot of women that don't wear underwear. So to have something that maybe help you be a little bit more confident in that regard. That would be nice. Yeah, and it's not less filled with like crap and fillers and toxins and stuff that, you know, it smells like pretty flowers, but it's like, what else is it filled with and it's doing to your body as far as like the chemical stuff.
And I actually had a client who I was actually just talking to her about it this past week. She has issues with odor control. Yeah, and she started taking it. Yeah. Now, granted, I don't know if it's worked out for her yet because she just started.
She just okay.
Yeah, just started. So I mean, maybe the next podcast, I'll talk to her and then just kind of do a little update and see if it actually works for her. Yeah. Which I'm gonna guarantee that it does. It does. I mean, this product is awesome.
Yeah. Well, and again, too, kind of circling back, like as far as like the odor and stuff, that also is very dependent on where you're at in your hormones and stuff like that. Like you're gonna have different smells down there, and
she's older too. I think she just turned 50 or something. Okay. Around that area.
That area.
So I mean, she's on a whole different life area than what we are. Yeah. So it's good. It's going to be interesting to see what she says when she has used it consistently for a couple of weeks.
Speaking of hormonal odor, do you feel like your armpits smell different when you're like on your period, or like when you can tell like your hormones are different? Do you feel like you have like more stinky sweat?
See, like I don't really sweat. That's the thing. I don't sweat. You are a sweaty person.
So I use men's deodorant. Ladies also, men's deodorant just works better. I don't know why.
Women's shit sucks.
Stupid.
I don't even use the women's like razors or shaving cream. Right? I use all guys.
Yes, it just works better. It's so frustrating.
Well, because I feel like the razors, for example, the women's razors, I feel like they're just how do I even describe this?
They're more dainty.
Yes.
And I'm like, look, just
I want to get up in there.
Like, get rid of my leg hair, man.
Yeah.
I have leg hair, okay? Let's go.
Yeah, like, exactly. I mean, leg hair might be a lot thinner than a guy's beard and mustache, but come on.
Yeah.
If I'm shaving, I need to get deep. I need to get in there.
I need to get the follicles.
Yes. Goodness. Women's stuff sucks. I'm sorry.
It does. That is very frustrating. But yes, I find like more of if you don't want to like smell like a guy, they have like more like fruitier smelling guy deodorants. And the one thing I found too that helps is I will rotate my smells. I found like that kind of helps, but circling back to hormonal sweat. That too is smelling. I do notice that, like, I can kind of tell, and that makes sense. Like, I kind of noticed, like, my sweat lately. I'm like, man, I really stink.
Really?
Yeah. And then, of course, like, I started my cycle, and I was like,
oh, that's why.
That's why. That makes sense.
I guess I do become a little bit, and again, I know people don't like this word. I become a little bit more moist.
Yeah.
When I'm on my SARM cycle.
Okay.
So I don't think have we talked about that SARMs?
We have not yet.
Okay, so. No. I'm open about it. I'm on SARMs. But I think that's the only time where I really feel like I'm moist or damp.
You notice a little bit more. Yeah.
I think that's about it. But, I mean, I probably smell. It's just I don't have a good sniffer, so I can't. I don't know. But otherwise, I don't sweat. I'm not a sweater.
Yeah, I am. That's why I use guys deodorant. It just works better. I also use, I use Humble, because that's more like more of like an organic deodorant, but it's an organic deodorant that actually works.
And how does it work?
No, I've had like a bunch of like try like more like your natural organic deodorants, and like they don't work. I'm like, I might as well not be wearing anything. Like really? I still stink. My mom uses like more natural deodorant too, and I feel like she said the same thing too. Like she struggles finding ones that actually like work all day and like actually continue doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I really like that. I like the Humble, and then, I can't think of it now. There's another one. Because I get my stuff off Thrive Market, but I think...
Oh, okay.
Humble, I think you can buy Humble other places, too. But anyway, that's the one I really like, and I feel like it actually does work, and it, like, stays working. Like, I can put deodorant on before my shift at work, and, like, it will work throughout the night. Like, I won't start stinking halfway through.
I wonder if you would be, like, a good guinea pig to take those gummies, like... Take it for 2 weeks, and then, I mean, obviously still wear deodorant, but maybe after those 2 weeks, like, not wear deodorant.
See if I notice I'm less stinky. Interesting.
I mean, it's going to have odor control down in the lady bits as well, but I mean, maybe that would be a good experiment.
Interesting. Yeah, because I don't feel like that's something, like, that I struggle with. Like, obviously, like, you have, like, your, like, post-sex smell, like that. But I think in general, it's not anything that I've really noticed as far as like down there, but definitely like my armpits. Like I know for sure I have like different smells.
I wonder if those would help.
I don't know. It'd be worth looking into and seeing.
Maybe you should try it.
Should
because obviously I have no idea because I'm not a sweater. I don't know.
I have a consistent stink.
Yeah. I don't know. I think these gummies would be amazing.
Well, like you said, especially women. Like if it's helping that like kind of like that pH balance and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like that. So,
and like I said, the discharge. I had a severe problem with discharge. Now I've been with Chris for 8 years.
Yeah.
I have never cheated, so I have not had another penis in me this entire time. So it's just been him. So I had discharge problems. I had odor control problems. Yeah. I've had yeast infections. Like, you name it, I've had it.
Yeah.
You know, and...
So to find something that's, like, actually making a difference, like,
again, awesome.
That, like, quality of life improvement, that's what, like, we're striving for.
Yeah.
So...
And I think as you start to get older, you start to take a little bit more care about yourself.
Yes, and your body does, like, weird things as you get older. Like, older bodies are... I'm like, what is... Why?
Yeah. And we all want to try to stay as young as we can, as long as possible, you know, and
not stinky.
You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because like Sadie said, shit happens when you start to get older, and it's not fun shit.
Also, again, guys, if there's any guys listening, you are not exempt from that.
Exactly. Shit happens to you guys too.
Oh yeah, older guys, I'm like,
if you just hit your 30s, you have fully grown.
Yeah.
You have fully matured now. So guess what? Your time is coming.
Welcome to all the things.
Yep. Your time is coming. Things.
But do you know, so with that, do you know, like, for those, like, do they have a guy version too? Or do you think...
I don't think so.
No?
I think it's just the women.
Just for the
women?
I can
look into it, though. Like, when we do, like, a little update with my client, which I'm not going to say her name or anything, but...
Yeah.
I can look into seeing if they have a guy's one, but as far as I've only seen, it's only just been women.
Yeah. Because I do feel like, you know, again, like, balls and stuff are not always an awesome situation either. So, yeah, if it's, like, helping kind of, like, with odor and sweat control and like, just kind of general body grossness, you know, maybe that, like, there's might be some guys that...
I wonder if, like, for guys... Well, I'm kind of wondering if, like, semen might be different, like a discoloration or, like, have an odor to that as well, which is possibly causing the women to have an odor.
Could be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe I'll look into that.
Eat more pineapple, man. You need to eat more pineapple.
Pineapple. And funny thing,
which
these
is funny
gummies...
because pineapple's very, like, it's an acidic fruit. Yeah. So I wonder if that's, like...
These gummies...
Are they pineapple?
Are a pineapple.
See, I wonder, so, again, because I'm not... This is where we need our science third wing here.
Maybe we'll have a part 3.
It's like, Duncan, I need you to look into pineapple, okay?
Yeah.
What is pineapple doing? I seriously think it's got to be something to do with, like, the acidity levels and stuff like that. That would make sense. But...
Yeah, they always say to eat pineapple. Like, even for women, eat pineapple. To taste better, to smell better, you know.
Yeah, so logically, without, you know, my scientific backing, to me that would make sense. It's just a lot to do. And, like, these you know, these gummies and stuff, if it's helping with your pH balance.
Oh, they're incredible.
That would make sense.
And the pineapple we'll link them with along
with your pH balance. That would make sense.
Oh, my gosh. It has honestly, like, changed my life. Like, I feel better, you know. I'm getting lasered right now, but I can go get lasered and I'm not like, fuck, can she smell that?
Yeah.
Even if I can't smell it, because I mean, obviously I'm laying on my back and my lady bits are down there, but
right
she's up in there, you know.
Exactly.
And she's gonna be nice enough. She's not gonna say anything, you know. But if you get wax down there, or if you go to get your pap smear, everybody loves that word. Go get your pap smear done, and they crank you open with the duckbills. Guess what? That's inviting all of the odor out into the open. You know, it's a very self-conscious thing, and
or even just being with a partner like that can be.
You know, if he's down there, and your taste is off, you have odor. I mean, they are up in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And that's such a mood killer too. You know, and if that's something that your partner enjoys doing, but you're in your head thinking about it the whole time, you know, that can definitely be impactful for, like, your libido and drive and
absolutely.
Just intimacy in general. So
because we're always in our head anyway, so if this is just one thing that we can help you get out of your head for, take these gummies. Seriously, take them. I swear by these. I just bought 2 more bottles.
So those, and then the other, like, hormone ones that you're doing, and the creatine.
Yep.
It's kind of the different paths that you've been going.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that for?
Like, just all of them in general?
Yeah.
So the
couple months.
Well, the gummies and the capsules, the hormone capsules, probably a couple months, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. Give or take. I have no idea.
Around there. Except that's probably sounds about...
Time flies.
I remember us having a conversation about it because we were talking about the testosterone prescription stuff and going that route. And then you had said you had found some stuff you're going to try. And I feel I feel like that was like a couple months. So that's good though. Like, if it's been a couple months and you're noticing, like, drastic improvements, like, that's, in my opinion, that's super worth it. So.
Well, and it also gives others an option. Yes. You know, if they don't want to go into the doctor, if they're leery about the word testosterone. You know, women on testosterone. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have an enlarged clit. I'm gonna have a deeper voice. I'm gonna sound like a dude. Which
all these things.
I already sound like a dude anyway, so it's not gonna affect me any if I took more than what you were prescribed to. But you know, there are a lot of different options out there.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a couple other things that I'm gonna try. As opposed to those capsules that I had previously talked about. There's a couple other things that I want to deep dive into and see which one's like the better route.
Yeah.
Because there's always something better out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and everyone is different. What works for one person might not work for the other person.
Exactly.
Or what works really good for you, something else might work really good for someone else.
Yeah.
So just
these
nice
gummies though, they're gonna work for everybody.
They're gonna work for everyone.
Guaranteed. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But
I think you should take them. I want to see if it will help with your
stinky armpits.
Yeah, I seriously wonder if it would help because I mean, wouldn't that be considered a pH balance?
I would think so. Yeah, because they have like the pH balance, like deodorant and stuff like that. So
I think you should try it.
I think so.
I want you to be a guinea pig. I think you should try it. I really do.
I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, I'm genuinely. And we will link the two options. That you're talking about today, so people can, if they want, kind of look into it. And like we said, you know, at the beginning, by no means we're not telling you what to do. Like, obviously, if you think you got something going on, like, seek, like, you know, medical professional opinions and help and stuff like that. But again, we're just trying to help you guys kind of see some different options, or even just give you an idea of stuff to start looking into, to start trying to maybe find and understand yourself and be an advocate for yourself, because at the end of the day, like, no one else is going to do it for you. You know your body better than anyone else does, regardless. So
exactly,
you know what you're going through every day. You know what you smell like. You know, stuff like that. So just like I said, just some things to start looking into and just being aware of.
Yeah. And ask for help. Like, if there's something going on with you, ask.
Because chances are you're not the only one that's also going through that, or that's
out of the billions of women.
Yes.
You ain't the only one.
Yes. And a lot of the things, you know, within reason, I'm just talking in a broad sense, but a lot of the things that we as women get really embarrassed about, as far as like hormonal stuff, lady bit stuff, all that stuff, like it is very normal, and it's so frustrating because like these aren't the stuff that we're taught in sex ed class. No. And when you get sex ed class, you're so young and little anyway. Like 9 times out of 10, you're not at an age or maturity level to really understand what is being talked about, what is being said, what questions asked, and a lot of times, like, it's before you even had a period, so you're not even knowing. Yeah,
I think I was in 6th grade when we did sex ed, and I got my first period. Freshman year.
Yeah.
And when you're in 6th grade, you're worried about who the cutest boy in class is.
Yes.
You know,
and I think it is good that like we do have an intro to sex ed and stuff like that. But I think, you know, as you get older, it also needs to continue to be a discussion because things change and you now have new experiences and you're at different maturity and age levels. And like, I was never taught the difference between like all the different phases of my period, as far as like ovulation, like luteal, like all that stuff, like,
or even how to put a flippin' tampon in.
Yes, like these are like things that are generally
guys don't even know that. Like grown men don't even know what a tampon looks like up inside a lady bit. Like they don't know how wide it expands. Like if you've ever seen those videos where you dunk it in water and the guy looks at it, that gets that big? Yeah. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, like the fact that there's 2 holes down there, like you have like your like.
Well, we have 3, so there's that.
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't all come out of and go into the same hole. Like, not to be super graphic, but like there's a lot going on down there for women, and like I said, you know, and circling back to like the different like hormonal phases of your cycle, like it's very frustrating that at 32, it took me working with my coach, who is a huge advocate and like nerd about hormones, like, and like women's cycles and stuff, working with her and tracking myself to finally fully understand, oh, I have different phases and stuff like that of my cycle, And, oh, that makes sense why maybe my strength is a little bit down right now. Or maybe my mood's a little bit down right now. Or this is why I'm a little soft right now. Like, because I'm in the different phases of my, like, period cycle, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they don't teach you that in school.
And it's so frustrating. I'm like, we're not even taught how to understand ourselves, or even where to ask questions, or find this knowledge, or who to even go to. Because, like, we're just all walking around just clueless.
Bumps on a log. Yeah, yes. Pretty much.
Yeah, but anyway, sorry, long rant. I wish that there was more, especially for females.
More resources.
Yes, more resources.
Open
and that,
resources.
Yes, people were more open and honest about what's going on. And I think a lot of women would realize, like, oh, I'm not the only one. Oh, I shouldn't be embarrassed about this. This isn't weird. Like, this is totally normal. Like, this, I should expect this. Like, oh, I'm in this phase of my period. I'm going to have some more discharge. Okay, that's normal. Or I'm at, like I said, like, I'm at, coming into my, like, period. Like, oh, I might have some more, like, hormonal sweat. That's maybe why I smell a little more not awesome. My armpits, like, stink more than normal type of thing. So it's frustrating. Like, I just wish we gave a shit more about that stuff.
About women?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm not trying to, like,
women are just in the back burner.
Yeah.
Like what you and Duncan were talking about. When men have such low testosterone, they go into the doctor, okay, we'll get you put on test.
Yeah.
But women, you have to say that your sex drive is low.
Yeah.
Not because your test levels are low, but because your sex drive is low.
Yeah.
What about women, though?
Yes. And
we want to have sex, too.
Yes.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah. And I'm very lucky that I did find a provider that, like I said, is very, like, knowledgeable and gives a shit and, like, actually sits down and, like, listens and, like, goes through stuff. So I'm very lucky to have found a provider like that. But that's not always the case, And it, like I said, it sucks and it's frustrating. And I just wish that we had more open and honest conversations with other women, like, about stuff. And honestly, like, guys, for all you guys listening out there, or whatever, like, this is also important. Like, this can also help you understand your partner. This can help relationships with females, whether it's a sexual relationship or not. Like, just have a better understanding of what is going on,
of their body.
Yes. Or guys that have daughters, like, to kind of know what like, RP to my husband in 10 years, so it's sweet God.
Yeah.
When we all sing together, it's gonna be just fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be great for you guys.
I might start smoking and go out and buy cigarettes and milk and just never come back. And I don't smoke or drink milk.
I know a great book for you if you start smoking. No. I know a great book. I am over 3 months free of nicotine. Look at me go.
I'm like, I don't smoke or drink milk, but by God, one of these days.
Come to me. I have a book for you. I have a book for you. I will throw it in your face and be like, nope, we ain't doing this.
Well, fine, I go out for a coffee and never come back. Then
there you go, coffee. We can do coffee. I mean, we are doing coffee. Well, you're doing a juice.
I got a Lotus drink.
Yeah.
I got a Lotus. I gotta mix it up sometimes.
I gotta do coffee.
I gotta be, I don't know. I was in the mood for something like just
fruity,
fizzy and fruity.
Because it's nice out.
Yeah.
And we're enjoying it in the basement of rock climbing, a wall of rock climbing
and sharks,
and shark and an octopus.
We got a teepee over there.
Yeah, that was a huge squirrel moment.
Anyway, my oldest room is pretty legit.
Yeah.
But that was our goal. Like, sorry, wow, super total side tangent. But like for us, like that was our goal. Like we want our house to be like the fun house. We want our kids to want to play at their house. We want their kids to want to come over and be comfortable and have fun here. Just because, like I said, in my career, like I see a lot of really crappy stuff. And I want to know my kids are good and safe. So if I can be the fun house, I know they're here. Within reason, they're gonna be safe
with a good parent of other children.
Yes, and not saying other parents are bad by any means, but we want to be the house that people want to come to and that they're comfortable and they want to play and they're not trying to escape from.
Yeah.
So we have a rock wall in my one daughter's room and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, side tangent. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I mean, the gummies were the one thing that I was really excited for because it has helped me tremendously. It helps boost your confidence.
Yes.
You can sit there like a dude with your legs spread open and
enjoying the breeze.
Yes, enjoy. Let the ladies breathe. Let it breathe. The healthy flora, let it breathe.
Let it breathe.
Like seriously, guys, I highly recommend these. And obviously we'll have a photo attached to it. We can link in and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing, and the creatine monohydrate was another huge thing.
Young, old, doesn't matter. That's a really good especially supplement. Especially for women,
possibly help with Parkinson's disease. You know that's cool. Going to be a huge thing.
Yeah.
You know, if we can help people live longer,
healthier, higher quality,
with proper brain function like you're supposed to have. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm going to help people.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah. So, with that, hopefully this was slightly less squirrely than the last time you and I were.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
But anyway, you know, like we were saying, we're just, if some of this stuff can help, you know, improve quality of life, or even just open up the opportunity for some conversations or things to even look for or be aware of, or again, just to know, like, you're not the only one, you're not weird. Some of this stuff is totally normal.
You're not disgusting.
You're not gross. Obviously, wash your bits.
Please. Please do.
But, yeah, anyway, so with that, hope you guys got some stuff out of it. You know, like we said quite a few times, we'll make sure we link or, like, have some kind of access to those products that we talked about a little bit. Mm-hmm. And, again, just reiterating, you know, this is just our opinions, our thoughts, our personal experiences. Obviously, you know, seek medical guidance, advice, all that stuff prior to doing anything.
And that's why I wasn't here for last week's episode. Because I'm not on testosterone, so I really don't have anything to talk about. Because I don't have the experience for it. So, and the stuff I do. So that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. So, again, you know, seek people with more letters behind their name for health issues, health concerns, stuff like that. Obviously, if you know something's not normal, get that checked out. You know, these aren't going to be a band-aid for an actual legitimate thing. Yeah. But something to look into. Some conversation starters. Yes, a little bit of quality life improvement, and that's what we're looking for. Mm-hmm. So, as always, tune in, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You guys have questions, comments, email us, DM us, comments, all that fun stuff, and
we'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, bye.
Bye.